Hello and welcome to the Aviatrix Book Review. I'm Liz Booker, literary aviatrix on social media and the host of the Aviatrix Book Club, an Aviatrix Book Review website, podcast, and YouTube channel where I interview and promote authors whose works feature women in aviation. And I'm excited to announce the Aviatrix Book Club reading list for 2023. Before I do, I want to thank all of the authors and book club members for a great year of interviews and discussions in 2022. And I want to give a special thanks to the Los Angeles area chapter of the 99s for hosting discussions every month on the last Sunday at 1 p.m. Eastern for the past 2 years. We'd love to team up with your chapter of the 99s, Women in Aviation International, or other aviation group for a discussion anytime in 2023. And remember, anyone can host a book club discussion when it's convenient for you. Just send me a note on social media or at aviatrixbookreview@gmail.com to coordinate. I'd also like to thank Shasta Ways and Michael Wilds of the Women's Soar Group for their support in producing my interviews and helping me move toward my vision for literary aviatrix brand this year. The Women's Soar Group is a media company that gives women a platform to express themselves. On to the books. As always, I tried to select books for the reading list that offer a diversity of genre, flying experience, culture, historical period, and background. With over 600 books featuring women in aviation available on the market, the challenge is only having 12 months in the year. In 2022, we experimented with a couple of months of book pairings. We'll do this again this year, but with shorter books in June and October. This year's selection includes some books that have been out for a while and some that will be released in the new year. Most are available on pre-order now. And if you don't know, just like reviewing your books can help search algorithms, pre-order sales can help our books appear in more searches and reach a broader audience. We'll start 2023 off leading up to Women's History Month in March by celebrating our airline pilots. In January, we'll discuss Jet Boss, a female pilot on taking risks and flying high by Laura Savino. In this memoir, Laura takes us on her journey as a flight student in her teens, then to Purdue University and beyond to the airlines, while she exposes both the harsh truths and the exciting adventure of her years in the airline industry, reveals the emotional impact of 9/11 on pilots, and writes honestly about what it means to be a working mother while keeping her dreams alive. In February, we'll read the thriller novel Flight for Control by Carleen Pettit, which features NTSB investigator Catherine Jacobs, who delves into the mystery of a series of plane crashes to discover the shocking truth about the state of the airline industry. In March, we have a collection of biographies of India's pioneering women airline pilots in From Saris to Stripes, true stories of women commercial pilots in India by Manisha M. Puri. At 12.4%, women pilots in India make up twice the global average, and I can't wait to read their stories and celebrate their success. For April, we'll discuss 38 Charlie, First Woman to Fly Solo Around the World, 1964, by Jerry Mock, which is a memoir of her pioneering trip. This book is currently being reprinted, so look for order details when they're available in the Aviatrix Book Club Facebook group and the Literary Aviatrix newsletter. In May, we have Helicopter Heroine, Valerie Andre, surgeon, pioneering rescue pilot, and her courage under fire. This biography, written by Hiller Air Museum founding creator and author Charles Morgan Evans, tells the remarkable story of one of the great military aviators of the 20th century. She was a combat rescue pilot in French Indochina in the late 1940s and an innovator of battlefield medicine. She flew 236 missions in Algeria in the 1960s and was the first female general in the French Army. This book is due for release on January 1st, 2023, and is available for pre-order in both Kindle and hardcover now. June will be our first book pairing of the year with 2 books featuring glider flying. Skybound, One Woman's Journey in Flight by Rebecca Longcrane is the memoir of her battle with breast cancer. and how gliding helped her cope with her disease and treatment. She soared over her home in Wales, the New Zealand Southern Alps, and the Himalayas in Nepal, chasing her passion. Rebecca succumbed to breast cancer in 2016, but Skybound is her legacy of hope. The second book, Crosswind, a novel by Pat Baldata, also seeks healing through soaring. When main character Ellen Horvath's college education is interrupted by personal tragedy, she discovers the life-changing world of gliding. In July, we'll discuss Eileen Bjorkman's Fly Girls Revolt, the story of the women who kicked open the door to fly in combat. The book is due for release in May of 2023 and is available now for pre-order. In August, we'll read the suspense thriller novel, The Elimination Game by Connie Reeves, who was one of the first female Army pilots. When deadly Army helo crashes with all female crews keep happening in international locations, and student training records at the Army's flight school falsely indicate a number of women have graduated without merit, Iris Tucker uses her wit and subterfuge to prove the truth. For September and October, we'll pull our cabin crews into the mix. In September, we have The Great Stewardess Rebellion, How Women Launched a Workplace Rebellion at 30,000 Feet by Nell McShane Wolfhart. The paperback version is due out in February and is available for pre-order now. In October, we have our second book pairing with the memoirs of two female enlisted air crew with The Hurricane Within by U.S. Coast Guard Air Medal recipient Ashley Leppert and Chinook Crew Chick, Highs and Lows of Force's Life from the longest-serving female Royal Air Force Chinook Force crew member, which is due for release in the U.S. in January and available for pre-order now. In November, we launch into space with the first female space shuttle commander, Eileen Collins, in Through the Glass Ceiling to the Stars, the story of the first American woman to command a space mission. And we'll wrap up 2023 with a murder mystery novel set in New Zealand, Death on D'Urville by Penelope Haynes. This is the first in the three-part Claire Hardcastle series, including Book 2, Straight and Level, and Book 3, Stall Turns. Thank you all again for your amazing support and participation in the Aviatrix Book Club for the past 2 years. I'll link all the books in the show notes through my Amazon affiliate links on the Aviatrix Book Review website, so you don't have to navigate your way through the algorithms. But I also encourage you to take your list down to your local independent bookstore and order through them. If you're heading to the 2023 Women in Aviation International Conference in Long Beach, keep an eye out for an exclusive author reading event on opening night, Thursday, February 23rd. We'll have a great lineup of fabulous authors along with refreshments and a social hour. Be sure to subscribe to the Literary Aviatrix newsletter to stay up to date on book news and interview and discussion links. I'm looking forward to another great year of celebrating our peers and pioneers through story, and I can't wait to meet more of you in the discussions in the coming year. Blue skies and happy reading.